All right, we got class of 2024 wide receiver from Grimsley, North Carolina, Terrell Anderson. Rel, how's it going, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling. Just got out of basketball to game.
I know during the summer y'all are doing some stuff like sportsplex up there, and just looking at right basketball during the season, stuff like that. But let's go ahead and start off real fast with recruitment, right? So obviously, class of 2024 out of Grimsley in North Carolina, Greensboro area.
Mhm.
But let's talk about the recruitment in a sense right now, and we've talked about this beforehand. Is it makes no sense that you only have three offers, three
Mhm.
offers. That's it, and it baffles me that you've only got three. Now, I guess I'll let you do this. Tell us your three offers, and then we'll continue on with the conversation because this is something I just got to talk about.
Right now I got my first offer from the University of Michigan. Um, and then I got University of Virginia, and then UNC Charlotte.
Okay, so I mean, listen, I think you look at Michigan, right? In my opinion, that's the big boy of them right there. But it's still respectable. Offer is an offer. Now, my thing is this: to me, it makes no sense that you have three offers and that's it. It makes no sense to me. It just knowing what I saw in this past season, I feel like it's only a matter of time before those offers start shooting up. Right? I think it has to. Now, with that being said, as far as your recruitment purposes are right now, are there any schools that you're talking to that are showing interest and things like that you might expect an offer from, but you're not 100% sold on the offer just yet, right? Like you don't have the offer yet, but you're looking at it as getting one soon, perhaps.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of coaches daily, from different schools. Staying in touch with them. They be talking about how they like my film and stuff. How we gonna stay in contact. They want me to come see them in the summertime, either go to camp, come up for a visit or something like that. But I'm talking to a lot of schools at the moment. I can't name all of them, but it's a lot.
Yeah, now I think with the summertime, like I said, you're doing basketball as well because multi-sport athlete and things like that, right? And being in class of 24, it's not like you can take an official visit right now. So there's multiple factors here, but I kind of want to touch on what we're talking about on the field, right?
Mhm.
And from what I see, I feel like as a receiver, you're kind of one of those very physical type guys. Like you catch it, but you're very physical running after the catch.
Yeah.
Um, and to me, I'm a person that I love that, right? Um, because to be a receiver, things like that, you have to have that physicality. Like
Mhm.
it's perceived that a DB and receivers are divas, but when you're the exact opposite of that stigma, it kind of opens up a light of like, hey, look, these guys are dogs, right? Like that's the thing, and that's something that I noticed in your play. But tell us more about how you play. Like, what's your play style in your head? Like when you play, how do you like? Tell us more about that, like without seeing it per se.
Uh, yeah, like you said, I'm a physical receiver. I can go up, catch the ball, I go up and get it wherever the quarterback put it, I can catch it. You know, yeah, I'm very physical. I know how to block, great blocking. I know how to use my hands while I'm running. Um, yeah, I really can do a lot. Speed wise, I'm getting faster. I'm a lot faster than I was last year because I slimmed down a little bit. So I'm getting back into shape of how I want my body to be for next season. So yeah, I can do
Now,
it.
that brings me to a good point here too. Is you said you slimmed down and you got faster. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know exact measurables here, but just watching the tape, it kind of appears like a during that tape, right during your sophomore season, it looked like maybe a low 4.5s. So we're thinking maybe high 4.4s now, perhaps, or am I completely off in regards to the speed?
Honestly, I haven't ran a 40 in a minute, but last time I did run a 40 was I think like the end of freshman year. It was like a 4.7, something like that. So I'm way faster. So I think now pushing 4.5, something like that around there.
I think you talked about it too. Like the last time that you ran a 40 being your freshman year, right? I think what a lot of people don't take that 4.7 number too seriously because you've been in the system, right? You've worked out during the off season, just the season alone for sure, right? The strength and conditioning, the speed training, things like that. So, that 4.7 guy is not a 4.7 that's going to be sticking. I expect that, like you said, I expect 4.5, maybe even pushing 4.4s.
Mhm.
By the time you graduate high school, going into the next level, I think you can see that, especially with the how can I explain it, with Coach Brown's off-season regimen per se, right? So, with that being said, so far this season, how's the off-season going for y'all? Obviously, last season, right, second round playoff loss, which was really a letdown per se for Grimsley and what the expectations were. What with this off season, things like that leading up to the season coming up, how's that played into your head in regards to from a working out standpoint, getting stronger, faster? What's that like this off season?
Coach Brownie, Coach Trill, all the other coaches, they do a lot. They put a lot of time into the drills that we do. We had different stations for different type of stuff. We got speed, agility, um, some other stations and stuff. So he just mix it up. We work on different stuff every day. Getting faster, stronger, more physical. We working. So, bro, my light's falling. But whatever, whatever Coach Brown got us doing, we gonna do it. We want to come back this year, go back to state, man. We shouldn't have lost the second round last year at all.
Now I know, obviously, keeping up with that, that second round loss stung, right?
Yeah.
Because previous to that, coming off of that state title, so the second round obviously has you know, some meaning right behind the physicality and the focus in y'all's practices, things like that. But I want to talk about last season and how it's going to transform, this upcoming season, right? So, looking at it last year, you had, I want to say, 54 receptions, almost like 950 yards, 949 to be exact,
Mm-hmm.
10 touchdowns, right? So, as a sophomore, obviously, you and Alex both are like this dynamic duo, and I'm sold on both. But, to hit that right there, how do you, moving forward to this season, how do you progress from that? Like, what does it take? What are you going to be planning to do? Things like that. How do you plan to get better for this upcoming season? Coming off those numbers, though.
I feel like I'm way better than I was sophomore year. Like I feel myself getting better and better as I go. But in practice, I feel myself getting better, like just better. Last year I had 950 yards. It's really not a lot to me. I feel like I can do way better than that. This year, I'm definitely gonna have more yards than 950. More touchdowns too. I only had 10 touchdowns. This year I'm hoping. I'm not hoping. I know it. I'm gonna get 1,000, pushing 1,500 yards, maybe about 15 plus touchdowns. You know.
So
So
so basically we're gonna come back on here as a receipt, pretty much. I'm
yeah.
fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. So, listen, we talk about last season, right? And 950 yards is impressive regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously trying to expand on that, getting over 1,000, doing this and that, right? Looking at some pieces, right? I think you look at Ryan at quarterback, you look at Khalil at running back. Boy's going to be a stud,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got, obviously Hunter coming off of his injury, so, anchored down that offensive line, right?
Yeah.
Looking at the pieces for Grimsley, you kind of have this balance, right? Especially in the 4A, right? Metro.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's easily doable. I'm not saying that this discrediting any other team, but with the balance, it's definitely, I can see what you're talking about in regards to pushing for 1,000, because you look at what, like I said, looking at tape, right? Very physical, things like that, able to create separation or go up and catch 50-50 balls. This season, though, I'm interested, like, what is your main focus on how to get better? Is it running crisper routes? Is it
Uh,
getting faster to create separation on deep balls? What's your main takeaway? Obviously, you want to get better in all aspects, but if you had to choose one, what would be your main focus for this upcoming season?
I'll say speed, man. I'm getting I'm getting faster and faster though. I already got great hands. I can catch, do everything else. I'm just working on my speed right now. Getting it up faster.
Yeah. So we'll come back on this after the season, perhaps, and look back and see where we hit. If we hit the mark or exceeded the mark, right? But let's talk more about this recruitment real fast, right? Obviously, you talked about 3 offers. Obviously, this season could be I think this season, like I said, I think the offers are going to pop out through the roof. All right, I just think it will. Are there any schools that you're specifically interested in from getting an offer? Is it, obviously, I think, like I said, an offer is an offer, but it's still, a personal thing, preference. So, like, I want this school to offer me. I want this school to offer me. Is there any, what schools would be kind of one of those where, like, wow, I got this offer?
Uh, I say UNC. No, I like UNC a lot, and UNC or Clemson. I like Clemson a lot. I visit Clemson, love the facilities, all that. I visit UNC. I love the coaches. They got cool, great coaches. I'm cool with all the coaches. So I'm just waiting on, you know, yeah. I like UNC though. I like.
Gotcha. Now, my question is this: when you're looking at a college at the next level for 4 years, 3 or 4 years, right? 3 to 5 or whatever you want to look at it. What are you looking for, right, as it stands right now, out of a college that that makes you want to commit and play at the next level? Where you would go? What sticks out to that, and what interests you the most in regards to a university at the next level?
Uh, well, first they gotta have. I like schools with great coaches, great coaching staff. Like it feel like a family there. You don't gotta worry about nothing. You're gonna be good there. Academically, I say, uh,
How about this academically? What have you came to a decision on what you're thinking about majoring in at the next level yet, or no, or are you still kind of undecided? I know you're
yeah,
obviously a rising junior, but have you been thinking about maybe what your major would be at the next level yet, or is it just something you just want to focus on right now, and then when it comes, it comes?
yeah. I have never thought. I haven't thought about my major yet.
Yeah,
I be looking at certain different type of majors, but I can't. I'm having. I didn't decide yet. I'm still deciding. I'm trying
that's
to
a
figure out what's.
choosing your major is a life changing decision in
Yeah.
itself outside of football. So that's a lot of decision making in one shot. So it makes sense, man. There's kids in college, juniors almost, that are still undecided. So that's nothing to worry about and fret. But obviously, we're looking at this right here, right? I want to ask this question here. What is your most anticipated game on the schedule this season for y'all? In your opinion?
My opinion, I say Reagan. I want to play Reagan bad. I feel like last year when I played Reagan, me and Alex, we wasn't locked in. So we want to play them this year and show them that what happened last year. Even we won the game, but how we played, it wasn't very good. So we trying to show them what we about. Man, I want to play Reagan. I can't wait to play Reagan. And we
I expect that to be a really. I mean, that was a good game last season. I think I would expect it to be just the same this way. I know there's some things that they're trying to replace this season, but nonetheless, I think it's still going to be a good game in 4A. No questions asked. So, looking at that right there, I could. It makes sense. I know, obviously, you've got Page. Right? That's y'all's kind of rivalry there too. I think you probably. I would assume that right there could be one as well. But that Reagan game, I think it just hits different if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
So with that being said, right, we talked about the recruitment. We talked about, how to get better in the season, what, expectations, things like that. Let people know where they can find you to follow you on your social media if they choose to do so. You get a lot of these college universities, these fans, they might want to sit there and follow you, right? See what you tweet out, what you hit up on Instagram, whatever. I'm gonna give you a chance to obviously let them know where they can find you if they want to follow you.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram. It's real 10K RELL. Number 10 with a K. My Twitter handle is RELLSTEPPIN. Real Steppin. And them really the only two social media that I use for real. So y'all can follow them too.
There you have it, folks. Like I said, this guy's only a rising junior and already had almost 1,000 yards last season. We already talked about it. I expect 1,000 plus, maybe even from you and Alex. Who knows? We'll see. Right? The only time will tell. Obviously, hey, listen, good luck on the season upcoming. Hopefully, obviously with the summer and everything, practices go well as well. Stay healthy and get ready for, I think, Clayton to start the season, right?
Yeah, we play Clayton first. 60 some more days.
It's coming, my man. It is coming fast.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I said, have a healthy off season, right? Looking forward to watching you this season, my man. And with that note, go give my man a follow, IG and Twitter. And on that note, though, man, have a great day, Rel, and
You
we will
too.
catch up. And we will catch y'all later, guys.
All right.